the Morning Sprint.
At 6:52, it's time now for our Friday morning sprint here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Kristen Walsh in just a minute, but first, here's a look at today's top stories. A suspected DUI driver crashed in Kennewick early this morning. Kennewick police responded to the crash around 3:30 at the corner of Columbia Center Boulevard and Canal Drive. The man had passed out in his car, and Officer Craig Hansen tells us they believe he was under the influence of some kind of drug, but not alcohol. He was taken to the hospital for medical clearance before being cited for DUI. Richland police are investigating a possible abduction Thursday near Richland High School. Police say they received a report of a man in an older, dark-colored small pickup truck who abducted a teenager just before 5 p.m. The suspect is described as a white man in his 30s with a muscular build. The victim is described as a 14 or 15-year-old boy who's possibly Hispanic. The victim was wearing a blue backpack and gray sweatshirt. Anyone with information should contact RPD. A report of shots fired caused some heavy police presence in a local elementary school to temporarily go on lockdown in Pasco yesterday, but it turned out to be false. Police got the call about a possible shooting near 26 and Margaret. Turns out all the commotion was over a stolen car, and the suspect and victim knew each other. The person responsible was taken into custody and the car was recovered. The Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office and state troopers are investigating a fatal crash that killed a 23-year-old man. According to deputies, in the middle of the night yesterday, a driver was traveling along the 14,000 block of Harvey Shaw Road in Walla Walla County when he saw car lights coming from a ditch. The person called police, who found a man unconscious lying in the ditch. Life flight was requested, but the victim, 23-year-old Ashton Farley, died before medics arrived. The Yakima Health District has confirmed a total of 11 cases of hepatitis A in Yakima County as of yesterday. All of the cases reside among the homeless and illicit drug user populations. The health district says its staff has been working diligently with partners to respond to the county's hepatitis A outbreak since it was declared on November 7th. Since then, various local agencies have done outreach and vaccinated 74 people. Benton PUD wants its customers to round up their change on their bill this holiday season. The money will help those struggling to pay their winter heating bills. The program is called Round Up for Helping Hands. Donations are collected by Community Action Connections. You can round up your bill to the nearest dollar or add a specific amount to it, which is tax deductible. Customers typically pay about $119 a month. And when it comes to pumpkin pies for the holiday, Tri-Cities Costco is king. Out of the 600 Costco stores across the country, the Kennewick location is #1 in the country for selling pumpkin pies. But this year, managers are expecting to sell over 18,000, up 2,000 from last year. Bakers now started working 24-hour shifts so they can keep up with the demand. Tri-Cities leaders are looking into how to bring more sports to the area. Visit Tri-Cities has hired a consulting company to do a sports facility study. CH Consulting determined what areas would benefit the most from facilities. Nothing is set in stone just yet, but it's up to the cities to initiate the suggestions. However, the city of Kennewick can get private funding for that potential sports complex.
That live look outside right now in Toppenish. Visibility is there not too bad, but there's some locations, especially around the Tri-Cities and Hermiston. That's where we're looking at a lot of freezing fog, and visibility is less than about a quarter of a mile. So you'll see there some of the main spots: Tri-Cities, Hermiston, up into Connell. Looking at those visibilities and some freezing fog, you want to give yourself some extra time to scrape some frost off your windshield. Good to go from Yakima and Ellensburg. Same thing for Walla Walla, not too bad. Your visibility is down to near 10 miles, but it is a very cold start to get your Friday morning started. 22 in Connell, 28 Tri-Cities, and then take a look at Yakima and Ellensburg, one of our colder spots. You're down to 17 degrees this morning. Very quiet around the Pacific Northwest today. We're still looking at plenty of sunshine to return to the area and more quiet weather by Saturday, but some changes are expected as we head into next week. Of course, some active weather coming down the pipeline. Still uncertainty with this forecast, but right now, if you plan on traveling, especially on Monday, snow levels dipping down to near 2,500 feet. You want to be sure to check your past reports if you're going to be traveling Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, as there's still the chance for some snow, of course, through those mountain passes. We'll have a chance of a wintry mix developing on Wednesday morning, snow levels near 600 feet. Then, of course, those bitterly cold temperatures settling in for Thanksgiving, even though we're going to have some drier conditions back to a partly sunny sky. So here's today. We're going to see that sunshine returning after the fog burns off. 42 in the Tri-Cities, 44 Pendleton and Walla Walla. and those mid-40s for Yakima, and also low 40s for Ellensburg. Here's your 7-day forecast in the Tri-Cities. We're looking at some breezy conditions on Sunday. Slight chance for that stray shower on Monday, and then there's that active weather. As temperatures start to drop, we'll have a slight chance of a wintry mix early Wednesday morning. And that turkey's just having a bunch of fun. Partly sunny on Thursday for Thanksgiving, 35 degrees. And even for Yakima, we're looking at some active weather by next week as well, Tuesday and Wednesday. So the bottom line is we'll continue to keep you posted on the changes that are expected next week. Still some uncertainty in this forecast. Regardless, again, traveling could be a little bit of an issue through those mountain passes.
Thank you so much, Kristen. And thank you for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. Good Morning America is coming up next.